So hopefully, as I'm filming this, the power comes back on here in my apartment, and something came to mind. I just picked up my phone here because the power went out right now. Power's out, and this happened yesterday as well, which is 2 days in a row, back to back, is pretty uncommon, at least for me so far, and where I've lived here in this area in Puerto Rico. And the power went out. I'm like, shoot, it's about to get hot in here. I got food in the fridge, whatever. I had to go pee, so I go to pee, and I'm using my damn phone flashlight to see where I'm aiming. And as I'm sitting there, I'm always having these thoughts running through my head. I'm thinking, okay, the power's out. I'm wondering how long is it going to be out? And a thought popped into my head, something along the lines of, okay, my power's out, but some people don't even have power. They don't have electricity. They don't have what I have. They don't have a roof over their head. They don't have food. They don't have a phone. They don't have headphones. They don't have a watch, whatever. They don't have the things that I have, so I should be grateful. And then immediately another thought popped into my head right on top of that, kind of stomped on it, and was like, you don't need to, it's okay to be humble, but I need to get on a different level. I need to live in a place where I don't have to worry about this. And it's not that I don't have a good foundation right now and things that I'm blessed for and grateful for, but it's more so that I want more. I want to be in a place where I don't have to worry about this. The power going out, like it's super annoying at the end of the day, and I feel like I'm at a point where it's kind of stupid. And it's on my part for moving to this building where they don't have in-unit generators here in Puerto Rico, but you wouldn't think it would happen this often, considering I live right by the airport. It's a city, very populated area. In the building I lived in last year, it did have the in-unit generators, and it was a blessing because you would never even know if the power went out. But now in this new place, it's just, I didn't really look into it. I was like, oh, it's not going to be a big deal. Like, the power never goes out. And it is true to a certain degree. Like, it doesn't happen too often, but 2 days in a row now has got me kind of worried. I've had water go out before, like things like that. And I'm still sitting there peeing. I've been sitting at my desk here for a couple hours, just really focused. The power went out of nowhere and kind of surprised me. And a quote popped into my head from one of my good buddies. Noah had posted it on a Snapchat story. This might not be word for word, but something along the lines of, don't confuse being humble with wanting more. So essentially meaning that just because you are in a position that other people aren't, doesn't mean that you shouldn't want more. You shouldn't not want to achieve bigger things just because there's other people that would kill to be where you are. And so when I'm sitting here standing peeing, and I'm thinking, I should be grateful for this, even that I have water, clean water, all this stuff that most people don't. At the end of the day, I'm in a place where I want to be, I want to grow, I want to get out of here. And the places that I want to live here in Puerto Rico that you wouldn't have to deal with this kind of thing, are places that are, cost more than I can afford right now, to simply put it. And I shouldn't not want to go to those places and not want to be able to move there just because of somebody else can't even live where I'm living right now. And I think that's where many people struggle to grow, is because they want to please people too much. And I've fallen into it before, and at times I think it may happen to everyone, where you want to please someone, instead of telling the truth. And in certain situations, I personally think it's okay to do that, and if it's if I'm, talking to a random situation, if I'm in a church, I'm not religious like that, I go to church, if I'm in a church and I'm talking with some older people and they're telling me something and maybe I disagree with it or whatever, I'm not gonna, be aggressive and kind of combat that and want to argue, simply agree, move on to the next thing. It's not that serious. But truth is very important between, real relationships, real friendships, real family and people, and you should never feel entitled and vulnerable to, basically mute yourself or compress your own thoughts and feelings and ambitions just because someone else thinks something else of you. It's like people that, they want to grow up and be an astronaut, but their parents want them to become a teacher and get a stable job and save for retirement and this and that and live this normal life. And parents, I see oftentimes putting their things that they never got to do onto their kids that they want them to do, instead of letting their kids freely choose their own passion. And, as a parent, my purpose when I become a parent is I want to be able to empower them into doing whatever they want. I don't ever want to, make them feel that they have to be suppressed to only make a certain amount of money, reach a certain goal, or that they can't say something just because it's too ambitious. You tell someone you want to make $100 million, most people here on the street, they're going to be like, oh, you're crazy. Like, they'll laugh at you, like, whatever. You're not going to do that. So you need crazy people like that have big goals and ambitions, and whatever that is, whether that's knitting, driving go-karts, making money, getting famous on TikTok, whatever it is, you need to be around other people that have big visions, because that's the only way you're going to be motivated to actually push for that and go with it. Well, it's not the only way you can obviously motivate yourself, but it helps to be around other people. And environment and other people it's another video topic in itself. But while the power's out here and I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for it to come back on, this video, the quote that I want to focus on is, don't confuse being humble with wanting more. So, yeah, do more, make more, don't be scared to do it. And that's what I got on this topic. Let me know in the comments what you think of that quote, and what you think, if you've ever felt that you're being too humble just because you don't want to make someone else feel a certain way, even though it may be necessary for your growth. There's my computer screen dimming. I'm using it for the lighting here instead of a flash so I don't blind myself. But yeah, at the end of the day, you got to kind of be crazy to get what you want sometimes. I'm not talking crazy like Starbucks customers screaming at an employee just because they messed up something in their order. I don't get how people do that, honestly. It takes a very, in one harsh word, insane person to do that in a public environment, in my opinion. It's one thing if there's a very intense situation going on, but a simple thing, whatever, you move on. So yeah, keep going at it, hustle, work hard, consistent, discipline, it's what wins. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully this power comes back on soon. Peace.